Is email safe for sending legal documents? If you're a lawyer, you probably email confidential documents to clients hundreds of times. Contracts, agreements, evidence, financial records. But here is the question. Is email actually safe enough for legal documents? The short answer is sometimes. Because here is the thing. Email looks safe until you click send. But what happens after? That's the tricky part. Why are standard email attachments risky for law firms? Because once you send an attachment, you lose control completely. If you're wondering what can go wrong when legal documents are sent by email, so many things. The file could be forwarded to someone who shouldn't see. The wrong version could be reviewed and approved. You can't know who opened it. You usually can't revoke access after it's been downloaded, and there is often no clear audit trail showing what happened to the document. For law firms handling sensitive and confidential information, these risks can quickly turn into serious security and compliance concerns. Now, this doesn't mean email is always the wrong tool. Curious, when is encrypted email enough? If you are sending a single document for one-off communication, encrypted email can be perfectly reasonable. For example, sending a signed agreement or a document that doesn't require ongoing collaboration can often be done safely using encrypted email. The problem starts when documents are moving back and forth. So when does email become unsuitable for ongoing client document exchange? When clients need to upload files, documents need reviewing and updating, versions change, questions and approvals happen around the same matter. Before long, your inbox becomes a document management system it was never equipped with. So what should law firms use when clients need to upload, access, or collaborate around files? At that point, firms usually need something more structured, a secure client workspace where documents, permissions, communication, and collaboration happen in one place. If your firm is repeatedly exchanging documents by email, it may be time to move from secure file sending to secure client collaboration. Now for part 2, we will look into another important question. Can Microsoft 365 and SharePoint handle secure legal file sharing, or do law firms need something else? In the first part, we talked about why email eventually breaks down for ongoing client document exchange. So the next question is, can law firms simply use Microsoft 365 and SharePoint instead? The short answer is yes, but it is conditional. So the first question is, can Microsoft 365 be used securely by solo and small law firms? Absolutely. Technically, Microsoft 365 offers a strong foundation for secure file sharing, but the way you configure it makes all the difference. Law firms need to think about things like multi-factor authentication, link expire, permissions, blocking downloads when necessary, and audit logs that track access and activity. Without proper setup, even good technology can create unnecessary friction. Most of the time, in order to make Microsoft 365 work as a client collaboration tool, you would need months of configuration, a bill growing with the minute, and even consultants whose entire job is making MS 365 work. Based on this, should lawyers use OneDrive or SharePoint for client files? For individual work, OneDrive can be useful, but when multiple people need access to documents, matters, or shared workspaces, SharePoint is usually the better option. It provides centralized storage, permission management, and better collaboration capabilities for teams. Naturally, the next question becomes, is Microsoft 365 Business standard enough? For many solo and small law firms, Business Standard can support secure file sharing. So when might Business Premium be needed? Business Premium becomes more valuable when firms need additional security and device management capabilities. But here's something worth noting. Neither plan automatically gives you a dedicated client collaboration experience. So where does SharePoint work well? It's excellent for internal document storage and basic secure file sharing. Then where does SharePoint become difficult for client-facing workflows? Things become more complicated when clients need to upload documents, exchange messages, provide approvals, or work within dedicated matter-based spaces. At that point, managing permissions and creating a smooth client experience can become surprisingly manual and complex. So, in a nutshell, Microsoft 365 and SharePoint can absolutely help secure your file sharing environment. But if you need branded client workspaces, uploads, messaging, tasks, approvals, and simpler client collaboration, you may need something built specifically for that purpose. In the next chapter, we will answer the bigger question: when should the law firm move from SharePoint links to a dedicated client portal? In the first two chapters, we saw that Microsoft 365 and SharePoint can be secure solution for file sharing. But here's the bigger question: at what point does file sharing become something more? At what point do you need a client portal? First things first, what is the difference between secure file sharing and secure client collaboration? Secure file sharing answers one question: can I send this file safely? Secure client collaboration answers a much bigger question: can my client securely access, upload, discuss, review, and approve documents in one place? Those are two very different challenges. So let's start with, when is SharePoint enough? For many law firms, SharePoint works perfectly well when the goal is internal document storage and secure file sharing. If you are simply sharing documents and don't need much client interaction, SharePoint can be a very capable solution. When is SharePoint not enough? Things become more complicated when clients need their own workspaces. When they need to upload documents, exchange messages, review tasks, provide approvals, or collaborate around ongoing matters. That's when law firms often realize secure storage is merely the tip of the iceberg, and that they need a secure, simple, and prestigious client experience. Now I can hear you ask, what does a client portal give law firms that email and SharePoint links do not? A dedicated client portal brings everything together in one secure environment: documents, permissions, uploads, messaging, tasks, approvals, and complete audit trails. Instead of managing collaboration across emails, links, and folders, everything happens in one secure place, and very often, with tools like Clinked, the entire experience is fully branded. So why does branding matter for solo and small law firms? Because nowadays, every client interaction shapes trust, and a branded client portal creates the most professional experience. Clients access a secure workspace that looks and feels like your firm, not a generic file sharing link. It reinforces credibility at every step and makes collaboration easier for everyone involved. Then, when should a law firm choose a standalone client portal instead of a full practice management system? When the firm needs secure, ongoing client collaboration without replacing its entire technology stack. This is where Clinked fits. Clinked is a white-label, client-facing portal designed for secure collaboration. Law firms can create dedicated client or meta workspace with secure document sharing, client uploads, messaging, tasks, and approvals, granular permission, and comprehensive audit trails. All without the complexity of building client workflows directly inside Microsoft tools and spending months and 5 figures for configuration or adopting a full practice management platform. So at this point, for established law firms, instead of asking, how do we send the file securely, you probably should be asking, how do we collaborate securely with clients? If your firms need ongoing branded client-facing collaboration, a dedicated client portal may be the next step. Link below if you would like to explore how Clinked helps law firms create secure, professional client portals built for modern client collaboration.